Alright guys, what's going on? You ever walk into a gun store and you start looking around and you're kind of just looking for a new gun? Maybe you're a first time buyer and you just don't really know what to go with, and you start looking at the prices and you've seen guns, you know, $1,000, $1,500, and you're just like, wow, this is an expensive hobby to get into. I might have to second think this. Well, it can be affordable, and I kind of wanted to show you my affordable guns that I've able to pick up for, you know, the price that you can spend on one really nice gun. You could get everything you see here, everything. So this is my kind of collection of guns for under $2,000 that you can have an entire collection for under $2,000. Alright, so starting off, we'll start off here. We got the Savage Access, chambered in 22-250. This is a bolt action rifle. I paid $275 for this rifle here. It came with everything you see on it. It came with the scope, came with the bipod, a 4-round magazine, and it also came with a soft carrying case and the sling as well. $275, good starter rifle for, you know, children, females that want to just get into shooting, or just anyone who really just wants to get into shooting. You know, if you want to try to pick up some small game, you want to shoot some rabbits or gophers or coyotes even, this is a good way to start out. Alright, so moving down, we got a Winchester model 1200 20 gauge shotgun. Alright, this is, like I said, chambered in 20 gauge. It takes the 2 3/4 round shells. You can put 3-inch shells in there, but it does not feed, so you'd have to singly load them every time. Otherwise, you load up the magazine tube here, it's gonna get locked up. But I have shot 3 inches through there. Don't recommend it. Just a pain in the butt. Stick with 2 3/4. But this is an awesome gun. I paid about $145 for this gun at a pawn shop. It is old. I think it was manufactured back in the 70s at some point, but just the way the wood looks on it, you know, it's just got a really nice finish to it. You know, it's got the rubber buttstock, and it's just a good quality weapon. You know, Winchester never fails me. Every time I shoot it, it's awesome. It's fun. I shoot clays with this all the time. It's just a fun gun to have, and home defense, I can use it as well. Alright, so moving on down, this is somebody that might have a fixation on high capacity rifles, ARs, AKs, what have you. This is kind of a good affordable way to get into that and not break the bank. This is a Norinco SKS, chambered in 7.62 by 3.9. I paid about $370 for this rifle here. Came with 2 30-round magazines, a couple boxes of ammo, and a hard case to put it in. And I love this gun. It's super fun. It's extremely accurate. The only thing I've done to the rifle itself is the bolt guard here. I changed this out so that I could have a rail. I'm trying to find a scope I want to put on this. Before, it was just oh man, this is what it was on it before, just the basic cover. And yeah, I'm put a scope on that. I think for this piece I paid $35 for, just so I can have a scope on there. Other than that, this is how it was. Like I said, 2 30-round mags. I've purchased an additional magazine for a 40-round mag. Now, the thing about SKSs, normally they're in a wood stock, and they don't look like this. An original SKS does not look like this. Like I said, it's in a wood stock. It's an older, you know, military surplus type rifle. But a lot of times when you see them used here, you can find them in this type of configuration, with the folding stock here, And detachable magazines is actually something SKSs don't originally have. They usually have the built-in box mag. This has the detachable magazine. Like I said, I got two 30-round magazines, and I purchased an additional 40-round magazine. Now, when I purchased the additional, this is the 40-round here. Alright? Something I've noticed about SKSs is that not all magazines that they make for these will fit your specific SKS, because they're made by so many different people. You know, like the Norinco made by Chinese, you got Yugoslavian ones, you've got just so many different types of SKSs that are made, and not all of these will work. So what I had to do with this one, you can kind of see here, I had to shave this down, and I had to shave this front end down because it did not fit in this thing at all. I haven't tested this magazine out to see how it feeds. I was able to get it to fit. I gotta have it locked open for it to put in, but I am able to get this to fit now. I just gotta get it to the range and give her a whirl to see how she works. Alright. Now this one, not necessarily a budget gun. It was a budget gun for me. I still don't know how I got so lucky, but this is a Just Right carbine, AR platform, 45 caliber carbine. So this gun is kind of a funny story, because we're at the gun store. I was looking for pistol caliber carbines. I was specifically looking at the Kel-Tec Sub 2000, which is a collapsible foldable pistol caliber carbine. I was looking at the one in 40 caliber, and it's just something I'd been looking at for a while. And while I was there looking at it, they showed this gun to my brother, and they were letting him hold it. He had it in his hands, and they're like, "You'll never guess what the price is." He's guessing, of course, you know, the average guess is of $500, $600, and they're like, "No, $200." And I was just like, "Whoa, I'm buying this." I didn't even give my brother a chance. He was still holding the gun, and I'm across the room. I hear $200. I look at it for an instant. I've heard about Just Right carbines. I know what they're worth, and instantly I was like, "I'll take it. I'm buying this right now." Pull out the paperwork. It's mine. Needless to say, my brother was a little upset because he was still in the thinking stages, but you know, I had to jump on this. This thing is so cool. It came exactly how you see it, except for the scope and the foregrip here. I added those myself. It had flip-up sights. It had another one here, but I pulled that off to put the scope on, and it came with the quad rail. And this thing is so much fun. Collapsible stock. Came with a 13-round Glock magazine. It uses the Glock magazines. I purchased an additional 27-round magazine to go with this. And when I bought it, I thought for sure that I was going to have some type of issue with it. Maybe it had a failure to eject, failure to feed. Maybe it just didn't work. Maybe it wasn't accurate. I don't know. I thought for sure I was going to have some issues, especially after reading online. They make 3 generations of this carbine. The first generation apparently had its problems. It had quite a few problems with it, and a lot of people complained. The second generation, they fixed supposedly all those problems, and that's what this one is here, is the second generation, and I've not had a single issue with this gun. It's 100% completely reliable, at least with the standard Glock magazine that I got with it. I have the 27-round Glock magazine that I purchased. It's not an actual Glock magazine, it's some Korean company. I'm interested to see how it feeds, but as far as everything that I got here with it, it works. It's awesome. It's fun, and every time people see it, they're like, "Wow, I've never even seen a 45 caliber carbine like that." And it's, you know, it's a head turner. People like it. I like it. It's fun. The next edition here, again, not necessarily a budget weapon to get into, but as far as 1911s go, it is a budget 1911. So this is a Rock Island Armory 1911 chambered in 10mm. And, you know, there are a lot of budget pistols out there you can get into. I was stuck on this one specifically because I like the 1911 model, and I been looking for a 10mm. That's just what I want. That's going to be my wood carry gun. It's just what I've been looking for, and I happened to get into this, the same gun store I bought this from, Highwood Creek Outfitters here in Great Falls, Montana. And I found this, and I paid $650 for it. Now, you can get this weapon for cheaper. I've seen them online for $550, anywhere around there, but after, you know, shipping and transfer fees, you're gonna end up paying anywhere from $600 to $650 for this gun. And I love this gun. It is fun to shoot. I do have a few issues with it, but I believe it has to do with the break-in period. This gun has a break-in period of about 500 rounds. And right now, every other magazine, I do get a failure to eject. Still determining whether or not it's the ammunition I'm using or if it's the gun itself. I'm going to try many other different boxes of ammo through this and try to get through the breakthrough period, and hopefully this can be a 100% reliable gun for me, because I really want it to be. I really do like this gun. But anyways, that's kind of, you know, a little good budget arsenal. Riley's hanging out over here, and for under $2,000 you can pick this up, or you can go and buy one really expensive gun. But you know, for people that are just starting out, kind of a good way to get into her. You know, you can look for these type of weapons. You know, a used shotgun for really cheap. That's a good way to get into it. You can always find a good Savage rifle. Savage, I stand by them. They, you know, they make good quality, affordable rifles. And if you were looking into getting into hunting or just trying to start out some long range shooting, you can always pick up a Savage. Even new, they're priced at a pretty good price point, and they're just, I don't know, I like them. And again, with the SKS, you want to get into an AR, AK style, or just looking for a high capacity rifle, start with an SKS, see how you feel about it. The 7.62 x 3.9, that's an awesome round. It's super cheap to get into. I can buy a box of 20 rounds for $4, and you know, you spend a few bucks and you can shoot this thing all day, and it's just fun to play with. Same thing with this, you know, not necessarily going to be at the same price point that I paid for it, but I'm sure somebody can get as lucky as I did and pick one up. So, you know, what do you think? Is this a good start for a little collection? Let me know, and kind of let me know what you guys got going on. Alright, bye.